Okay, so today we are going to discuss about our beautiful topic of routing, which name is EIGRP. Because in previous class we have discussed routing information protocol, and also we have discussed about default routing, static routing, and EIGRP. Why I'm saying it is a beautiful protocol or a great protocol, because it is a Cisco proprietary protocol. Yes, it was open in 2013, but it was started by Cisco only. Its full form is Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. So in RIP, we have discussed so many things, and in EIGRP, same, we have to discuss so many things in EIGRP. So EIGRP is your hybrid protocol. Hybrid protocol means it is advanced distance vector. Advanced distance vector protocol. Advanced distance vector means distance vector plus link state. Distance vector plus link state. Link state means it can find the route according to bandwidth and delay also. And distance vector means it can find the route according to like distance only. After that, EIGRP's AD value is 90. 90 is for internal route and 170 is for external route. Like when you will work on, like in CCNP, we will work on our redistribution topic. So you will find internal as well as external AD also. Now, metric of EIGRP is K values. Now, EIGRP metric is based on K1, K2, K3, K4, K5. Okay. So we have to check this. Bandwidth, delay, reliability, load, and maximum transmission unit. Maximum transmission unit, you can call it MTU. MTU is like how much data at one time you are sending from source to destination. So in RIP, if we talk about RIP, RIP's metric was only hop count. Even on the primary path, have fast speed or low speed, it always work on hop count. But EIGRP is smart protocol. It work on bandwidth, like bandwidth will be up, delay will be less, reliability will be good, load will be less, and after that it will check how much data can be transferred. So it will check so many K values in which it is a best protocol. And EIGRP is one important point over RIP is EIGRP maximum hop is equal to 255. While in RIP, we are using only 15 hop. In EIGRP, we can work on 255 hops, and by default, 100 route. By default, 100 router, we can work on EIGRP. So EIGRP is better than RIP. One of the important point is also there. Convergence of RIP is very fast. Now in RIP, we have already discussed what is convergence. Like for example, we have two paths to reach destination. For example, my primary path goes down, and at that time, router takes some time to find the secondary path. The time taken by router is known as convergence, like to change the path. The time taken by router to change the path, that is convergence. So RIP convergence was very slow. EIGRP convergence was very fast. Okay. After that, RIP had 4 timers, while EIGRP has 2 timers, hello and hold timer. Hello timer and hold timer. 5-second hello and 15-second hold timer is there. Like it will send update from one router to another neighbor router in 5 seconds. If we are not getting like information from another router, okay, in 15 seconds route will be flushed. So it is a very fast protocol. And EIGRP don't do any broadcast. Its multicast address is 224.0.0.10. Like for dynamic neighborship, EIGRP use multicasting, not broadcasting. Okay, and EIGRP works as classful as well as classless protocol. Now, in RIP, we were using version 2 for making it classless, but in EIGRP, you can use a wildcard mask. This is the new thing. In EIGRP, to making classless, wildcard mask can be used. Now, what is wildcard mask? Wildcard mask is used in routing. It is same as subnet mask, but wildcard mask is used for exact matching the route in routing table. You want to find the wildcard mask, then you have to take broadcast address. If you minus your subnet mask from broadcast address, then the value comes named as wildcard mask. Okay, for example, your subnet mask is 255.255.255.248. So your wildcard mask should be 0007. Okay. Now, for example, if your wildcard mask, subnet mask is 252, for example, then your wildcard mask is 0003. Okay, this is the criteria. Like you can find wildcard mask by another thing. Like for example, you know that in 255.255.248, okay, you have a total host 8. Then 2 raised to power n is equal to 8. You can do it by another part like 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. But it is not a good idea. So you have to use only this type, wildcard mask. Okay. After this, we have another points like EIGRP use AS number concept. Now, what is AS number? AS number is autonomous system number. Please check the spelling. Now, what is autonomous system number? 1265535. You can take any value from this number. Autonomous system is an area under common administration. Like there is autonomous system is like an area. It is an area. Like we are in networking class. So this is our AS number. Some people are in another classroom. So they are having different AS number. But if you are working in CCNA concept, like you don't want to use a redistribution, then AS number should be same. AS number should be same in all router if you want to make neighborship. Okay, if you want to process your route from one network to another network, your AS number should be same. Another thing that we have discussed, like convergence is done, AD is done, metric is done. Yes, EIGRP also use summarization. So you can use no auto summary. No auto summary in this also. No auto summary. Okay. So these was the thing that we have discussed in EIGRP. Like in RIP, we have the things like if we talk about the syntax, RIP, I'm talking about ring, RIP. In RIP, we have used like router, RIP. Also, we have used network and direct network ID. Also we have discussed like version 2 and no auto summary. This was our previous topic. But if we talk about EIGRP, what we have to do? In EIGRP, there is a no version like RIP. So we are removing version. Okay. In like if we are talking about the syntax of EIGRP, you have to write router EIGRP and AS number that we have done in theory. AS number is a value from 1 to 65535. Okay, so you have to use any AS number, and AS number should be same. And the new thing in EIGRP, we have discussed wildcard mask. So wildcard mask you have to use in this. Rest all the things are same as we have discussed in RIP. If you are facing problem in wildcard mask, so I am letting you know again, if you have a subnet mask this, or you have a subnet mask this, then what would be the wildcard mask? What will be the wildcard mask? You have to use broadcast address and you have to do minus. Like you have to minus your subnet mask from broadcast. Same as minus your subnet mask from broadcast. So you will get the value 0.0.0.7 and here you will get the value 0003. Now, for example, your subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. So what will be your wildcard mask? You have to use broadcast address and minus this value. So your wildcard mask is 00.255.255. Like you can say it is the opposite of subnet mask. Okay, not an issue. So we are going to do the practical. Okay, so I'm going to make one design in Cisco Packet Tracer. Okay, I have already one design that is already made. Okay, but some students was facing problem in DTE and DCE concept. So I'm going to make one new design on Cisco Packet Tracer. Easy design. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This is the very easy design. You have done it 2-3 times. Okay. If you want to add serial port, then you can add here. Actually, we have done this design so many times, but one student was facing problem that, sir, I have used DTE cable instead of DCE cable. So these are the two cables, DCE and DTE. Okay. Actually, this cable is the single cable and these are the two ends. Like if you are using DTE cable, okay, then on this side you will check DCE will be there. Okay, the link will not up because no shut was not there. Now I'm using DTE cable here. There is no problem for me. So I'm using my IP addresses here. So here I'm using A class. Okay, here I'm using A class. Here I'm using B class 172.1600/29. Here I'm using C class 192.168.1.0/29. Here again I'm using A class. B, we can use B 150.0.0.0/30. And here I'm using 160.0.0.0/30. So in IP addressing, first we have to configure our PCs N001, 255, 255, 248, N006. I'm taking gateway N006. So it means fast Ethernet port should be configured where 10.0.0.6. Okay. In second, I'm using 10.0.0.2, 10.0.0.6. So in another network, I'm using 172.16.0.1. So here I'm using 172.16.0.3. So in their gateway, I have to use 172.16.0.3 with subnet mask. Okay. 172.16.0.4. You can use 4 also because you have valid IP. 0.3 is your gateway. And on this network, one 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.3. Okay. And after that, I'm using here 192.168.1.2 and 192.168.1.3. Okay. So I'm using here 192.168.1.3 and this is my gateway. Okay. So this is my gateway here. Now, I have to configure this because Anshuman was facing problem in DTE cable. So I just want to let you know the problem was in interface. Problem was in interface. So I'm going to click on this, enable config interface FA0/0, IP address 10.0.0.6. I'm doing it a little bit fast again. Interface serial 000, IP address 150.0.0.1. Now I have used DTE cable here. So I just want to let you know again that DCE and DTE are the only two ends of cable. There is nothing to worry in this. Okay, on the another router, if you are not using no shut, then link will not be up. Now I'm using 150.0.0.2 on another router. And if I forgot to put no shutdown, then it will not up like this is up this time. Okay, because on router, you have to put no shut on both the sides. Now serial 001 will not up, it will go down. Why? Because the another end we have again router is there. Okay, exit. Interface FA0/0, IP address 172.16.0.3 because we have chosen gateway 248, no shutdown. You want to save this, do right. Now two routers are configured. Moving on to third router. Enable configure terminal, fast Ethernet 0/0, 192.168.1.3. You just need to know about the subnetting. If your subnetting concept is clear, then there is no problem for you for giving IP addresses. Now, your complete network is done. Okay. Now it's time to configure here the routing process of EIGRP. So in EIGRP, the syntax is router EIGRP, any AS number 65535, any number you can use network, direct network ID, wildcard mask, and no auto summary. So now here, if we check on router number 1, do show IP route, I have two direct network, 10 and 150. Okay. If 10 and 150 here, then router EIGRP1, I'm using EIGRP1. Okay. Network 10.0.0.0 space. Now /29 is 248. So 0.0.0.7 is the wildcard mask. Network 150.0.0.0.0.0.3 is the wildcard mask. So last, no auto summary you can use, do show history. This is the command that you have used. Now on second router, we have 3 directly connected interface, do show IP route. Router EIGRP, you can put question mark also if you don't know the value of AS number. Okay, EIGRP1, network 150.0.0.0.0.0.03. Now you can check. Here I have configured EIGRP with 150. Whenever I am going to configure this, one message will come. Dual neighborship change. IP EIGRP is a new adjacency. It means routing is done on this. Now network 172.16.0.0.0.0.0.7. Network 160.0.0.0.0.0.0.3. No auto summary. To show history. You can check. Now, when I am going to configure on 192 and 160, you will get again this message. To show IP route, you can check 160 and 192. Router EIGRP1, I'm going to configure on 160.0.0.0 and 0.0.3. Okay, this network. So when you will enter, again new adjacency will be up, and 192.168.1.0.0.0.0.7. Not a summary will be there. Summary is configured. Now on all router, I have configured EIGRP. Same as in last video RIP, we have configured EIGRP. Now, if you check do show IP route or show IP route again on my router, you will get network like this. Okay. This one. Wait, I'm going for fast Ethernet. Okay, you will check here. Like this is variably subnetted. Now some routes are coming with D. Some routes are coming with D. D stands for your dual algorithm. So your network is done. Okay. So now I have to check the ping. PING 172.16.0.1. First packet will be fail due to ARP entry, request timeout. But after that, you will get the pinging from 172. Similarly, first packet will fail for 192.168.1.1, but the next packet will be done. So you are getting the pinging. So you can check this in this part also, like you can click on this and this, successful. You can click on this and this, successful. So this is all about your EIGRP configuration. So you have to implement this on another design at your homework. Okay. So EIGRP is done. In our next lecture, we are going to discuss about OSPF, which is very important because 90% we are using OSPF. But yes, sometime in companies, we have to work on EIGRP. So EIGRP is your second topic of dynamic routing. So, okay, we'll stop the recording and thank you so much for today.